If you like the running board style but need a lower step for easier access to your 2024 or newer double cab Toyota Tacoma, these Barricade Open Trail HD running boards are a great middle ground. Now this splits the gap between a running board and a drop style step, which offers you and your passengers easier entry into the truck, being even more helpful if you have larger tires or a lift on your Tacoma that make getting in and out much more difficult. These are also a great choice to double as some side protection with the tough build and even tubing, so even though these may not be the highest clearance option for the Tacoma owner who's worried about max clearance out on the trail, these will come in handy if you're off the street and come into contact with any hazards. Now these feature that wheel-to-wheel stepping surface design, just like most running boards that you'll see, offering a ton of space side to side for the front and rear doors, and better roof access if you have anything up top. Now this also has a large tubular upper bar that tucks very neatly to the pinch weld and then drops down from the center of this bar to the stepping surface about 2.5 inches, and with the roughly 5.5 inch wide step, these have a lot of room to work with for really good stability. These even have punched holes on the back lip and back side of the step and raised stamped cutouts on the stepping surface themselves for extra drainage, increased traction, and of course, a more rugged appearance. Now, as I said, these do have the ability to save your rocker in a pinch thanks to the very durable construction made of a tubular and steel plate design. These also have a matte black powder coat finish, which will have a finer grain to it for an upscale look to them, and even have Barricade laser cut right in the middle to showcase some of the craftsmanship in this build. These also have a direct bolt-on construction with no modification or drilling required, and it includes all of the hardware and tough powder coated steel brackets for the install. Now this set comes in at about $425, which is a little bit of a higher price point compared to the average step, but compared to others in the category, the price here, I think, is pretty reasonable for what this set brings to the table. Now this step offers a lot of great benefits for the Tacoma owner who's in search of a tougher step that they're not gonna have to worry about whether they're driving on or off-road. The wheel-to-wheel step access for really anywhere on this stepping surface, and the extra assistance that you're getting here compared to some higher mounted running board options. Now these are also a really good looking choice. They bring a heavy duty vibe to the table for the Tacoma while giving you that benefit of the extra assistance and the protection, which is just another solid reason to check these out for your build. Install here is a very easy bolt-on 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. These steps come out of the box pretty much pre-assembled, and really you just have to use the hardware and the brackets in order to get them on the truck. And it probably will take you about 2 hours to do that with some very basic hand tools. Now at this point, I'm going to hand you over to one of our installers, and they're gonna show you a detailed breakdown on how you can get these onto your truck at home. So that's gonna wrap it up for what I have to say. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
First install, you need a ratchet and a 13mm socket. All right, we're gonna be installing some running boards on our Tacoma, so let's get started. So we're gonna start off underneath our truck here. There's 3 brackets on either side. They're gonna be labeled on the side here as driver's front, driver's center, and driver's rear. So we'll start by getting underneath, mounting these up, then we can get our running boards on. So we're gonna start up here on our front. Our front bracket is the only one that just looks slightly different. We're gonna grab our supply bolts, and we have a lock washer and a flat washer on them. We're gonna thread them into our 2 threaded holes on the body. And we'll grab our ratchet, 13mm socket, and tighten those 2 down. Now we can move back to our center bracket. Come back to our center bracket here, you'll see your 2 threaded holes in the body. Grab our bolts with the same hardware, thread those in. Same thing, ratchet and 13mm socket, tighten that down. Now you can go ahead and do the same thing for the rear bracket. It looks and goes on the same. Now we're gonna get our running boards on. You'll see it be labeled D or passenger in the front edge here. Obviously we have our driver's side. We're gonna get it mounted up on our middle bracket here just by threading in one bolt just to help hold it up in place. And we can get the rest in and tighten it down. Bolts with our washers already attached. And you'll see your threaded holes in the step itself. Just gonna line up that center one. And thread that in. Now we have that up there, it's not gonna fall on us. We can go underneath and get the rest secured. Now we're gonna come underneath. We have our middle bracket here. Now I already threaded the other bolts in our front and rear just to make sure everything lined up. We'll get our top bolt in here. Grab our ratchet and 13mm socket and tighten that down. Now you can go ahead and do the same thing for the front and rear bracket. All right, now that you have these running boards all secured, you can go ahead and repeat those same steps on the other side of the truck. And that wraps up our install of our Barricade Open Trail HD running boards for our 2024 and newer Tacoma double cab. And remember, for everything Tacoma, keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.